Hi guys, today's video is a very anticipated one, at least for me. I have been wanting to share this with you guys for a very long time. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know, but I wanted you to meet our, watch his pee-pee, our golden retriever puppy. We got a puppy. This is our now 14-week-old golden retriever puppy named Parker. Parker was just sleeping, so we're gonna let him go back to sleep. Don't be mad at us for lifting you up. I just want to show everybody how cute you are. So if you're wondering where I've been for the last month or so and you don't follow me on Instagram, this is where I've been. We've been a little preoccupied just getting acclimated to having a puppy in our house. So I thought it was only right to give him a formal introduction here and to tell you guys a little bit about how this happened, because it was pretty sporadic. So I thought that we could share with you our story. So Dan and I both always knew that we wanted a golden retriever puppy of our own. So back around the holiday times, I joined I joined a couple I joined a couple Facebook groups searching for a reputable golden retriever breeder. I emailed a couple people, got on a couple wait lists, but nothing was really happening. So although I said Dan and I both wanted a golden, I think I was a little bit more eager in the beginning. Dan was like, let's just enjoy our engagement and being in the house and the quiet and our summer, like a hopefully less COVID-y summer. I was just looking at it as I knew it would be a long process, and I was trying to be proactive about it, but I was definitely more eager in the beginning than Dan was, I think. So I was doing a lot of the legwork and looking. This went on for a few months of just like talking and nothing really happening, and I was getting pretty discouraged, and Dan was like, you're trying to force it, like it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. So randomly, I don't know what came over you.
I was looking for dogs.
Yeah, Dan decided to just start browsing the internet for dogs, and I was working the weekend at work. I think we looked back, it was like a Friday, when Dan messaged me this screenshot, and I can put it here, of this puppy named Rosie, and he was like, I would die for Rosie. He was like, okay, I'm ready, like today I'll get this dog, tomorrow, like we need this dog. And I was like, well, I'm at work, you call. And I guess the weekend just went by and I worked, so little timeline. On Tuesday, after I worked the weekend, I got my wisdom teeth out. So we were a little preoccupied and distracted. So Wednesday, the next day, since I was home and we were just sitting on the couch, we decided to look more into these puppies that Dan sent me the screenshot of. Rosie was a part of this litter, the R litter, and we saw all her brothers and sisters, and there was a contact person under this picture. She was like the liaison between buyers and the breeder. And
since they were Amish.
So we reached out and asked if the puppies were still available, because they were able to go home as of, this is Wednesday, so as of Thursday, the next day, that's when they reached their 8-week mark and were able to go home. So we didn't know if they were claimed, and she said that they were all available, and we told her we were interested in Rosie, and she said if we wanted Rosie, we could put a deposit down, or we could come see all the puppies, and we just had to make an appointment. So the earliest we could possibly go was Friday night after work, so we made an appointment for Saturday morning. I don't think we've said this yet. The puppies were in Ohio.
8 hours away.
From where we live in Pennsylvania. So we made an appointment for Saturday morning, and we told the woman that we would check back in Friday night, right before we would leave, just to make sure we weren't trucking all the way out there and God forbid them not being there. So Dan had this...
His ultimatum?
Yeah, your ultimatum.
If there was less than 3 puppies or 2 puppies, we're not going.
So that was Wednesday. All that happened on Wednesday. On Thursday, we were hopeful and excited. I think I was a little bit more nervous, and you were more like, I have a good feeling.
Yeah.
So on Thursday, we went to the pet store, and we bought a collar and a leash and a blanket.
Pop-up bowl.
I don't know, did we buy a pop-up bowl? Yeah, we did. Just whatever we needed to possibly bring home a puppy, hoping that everything was gonna work out. Friday I went to work. 8:30 p.m. was when I finally confirmed with her that there were in fact all 5 puppies left, and we were going to Ohio at 9 p.m. on a Friday night for a 10 a.m. appointment the next morning. Dan prepped the whole day for the road trip.
Mm-hmm.
And our goal was to drive as far as we could, as long as we could, until we couldn't anymore, and then we would get a hotel wherever we were. I said that I wanted us to go, what, like half and then the
Pittsburgh.
next half? Yeah, like to
I'm gonna
Pittsburgh,
go to Ohio.
which is like 4 hours. And Dan was driving because I had worked, so I was pretty tired, and he was like drinking Red Bull and coffee, and he was like, I'm driving to Ohio. So he just drove. After almost breaking down in the middle of nowhere, Ohio at 3 in the morning because none of the gas stations we went to were open, Dan somehow like rigged this pump and put in this like activation code or something, where like all these receipts printed. Anyway, we ended up filling the tank, got gas, didn't break down, thank God. We thought we were gonna have to sleep in the parking lot of a gas station in Ohio.
Or get murdered.
Yeah, or get murdered. So got gas, called a nearby hotel, and booked a room at 3 in the morning. At this point, I was so sick. I guess the like blood from my wisdom teeth was making me so nauseous, and I get car sick, and we'd been driving for what, 6 hours? 6+ hours.
Yeah.
So I was so sick. We get to the hotel, we check in. That actually went very smoothly, which was nice.
Yeah.
It was like a nice hotel.
10 minutes tops.
It was super quick. We were in bed and we slept for maybe 3 hours. Woke up at like 7 o'clock the next morning, and we still had an hour and a half left.
Mm-hmm.
I was throwing up that morning. I was miserable, and we had to get back in the car for an hour and a half. It was a rough venture there. Dan is very like super excited, like it's okay, we're gonna have a puppy, and I'm like,
deep down I was freaking out. I thought we were gonna get murdered.
You did?
Yes.
The whole time?
Yes, very anxious.
And I'm like outwardly anxious. I'm like, what if we drive all this way and we have to drive all the way home? I'm like on the verge of throwing up the whole time. We were anticipating the worst, low key.
Yeah.
So we drive and we drive and we drive, and we're on this like, it was like we were on like an off-roading trail, and we were in an Amish community. So there were horse and buggies, and we were just very out of our element is exactly what I was gonna say. But we pulled up to this random farm literally in the middle of nowhere. It was a huge, beautiful farm. The house was so pretty. We were like, oh my God, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like we were so pleasantly surprised. And the wife of the breeder came out and greeted us. She confirmed we were there for the R litter, and she brought out all the puppies. Oh, rewind, sorry. We found out on Friday before we left that there was a family that
scheduled before us.
Yeah, that was scheduled for a time slot like 30 minutes before us. So we just assumed they weren't buying 5 dogs. We assumed they were only buying 1, so we went. And we were right. When we got there, there were 4 puppies left, 2 boys, 2 girls, and I'll insert that little video here because it is so cute with all of them coming out.
This one's so calm.
Look at them. Oh, how do you choose just one?
I like this one.
Hi, baby. It's like they all just came out of their shell at the same time.
Hi. This one's so calm. Hi.
The whole time we're like running around with these dogs, and I'm like, how do you just pick one? Like, how do you know? And after like we were asking the woman, we're like, how long do people take? Like,
she was just awkwardly sitting there.
She was just staring at us, and we're like, do people take 10 minutes? Do people take an hour? And she was so nice. She's like, some more, some less. We like didn't know what to do. So Dan finally was like, you pick one, I'll pick one, and then we'll decide between the 2. All the dogs were microchipped, so they had this little
scanner,
and they would scan them to tell us. We'd be like, oh, which one's that, because we knew them from their pictures on the website. So she actually, we kept asking which one this one was. Parker's former name was Ramiro. So she keep being like, oh, it's Ramiro, it's Ramiro. I'm like, this woman is just making this up. Like, every dog we say, who is this? She says it's Ramiro. But
mind you, they were like
running all around.
The place, yes.
Dan was like, I like this one. And that was Ramiro, aka Parker. So Dan picked him up, and we were like, did we just decide? And we were like, yeah, we decided. And we were like, now what? She gave us his shot records, his microchip number.
A week's worth of food.
All
the documents.
Like his health visits, his mom and dad, like all their information, the breeder's info, and we paid and we left.
We're off.
We got in the car, we were like, great, now we get to drive another 8 hours home with our puppy. We didn't know what to expect. Dan drove most of the way there, so I drove most of the way home, and actually helped my stomach too, because I just do better in the car as a driver, not a passenger. And it went so much better than I feel like we thought.
Yeah.
He was an angel. He literally just slept the entire ride. We had to stop maybe what?
2-3 times.
2-3 times for him to pee. Like
Pee.
mainly we just had to stop for gas or for food for us.
Yeah.
And like he would pee, but we're like, great, he loves the car. This is gonna be great. We could travel with him. We got home, we showed him around his house. We invited our parents over.
Instantly, our family was there.
Instantly,
within 15 minutes of us arriving.
Yeah. We had to like quickly give him a tour because we knew our family would be like at the door. So
Yeah.
everybody came in and met him. It was really special. I loved bringing him home. That was like
Yeah.
one of my favorite parts. Like just being like, this is where you live now.
For me too, being home.
Yeah, no, finally being
Yeah.
home. Our first night home looked the same for like the whole first week basically.
Sleeping on the couch.
We slept on the couch while we crate trained him, just because we knew he was going to be waking up like every 2 hours, which he did. He cried like every 2 hours to go out. Mind you, I was still so sick at this time, so like Dan did definitely do a lot more that first week we were home because I was still so nauseous. Needless to say, it was a little rough, but
We're here now.
We're here now. That's our story.
That is our story.
Of how we got Parker. He's now 14 weeks old. Right before we started filming this, I said that to Dan, and he was like, no way. No way. I've been telling people he's 12. So
Yeah.
we've had him for a little over a month. It's been great. He sleeps in his crate still. He goes in there like voluntarily. He likes it. He sleeps through the night. He stopped having accidents. He does it like very sporadically. He knows to scratch if he has to go out.
He had 3 accidents today.
He's been better.
Yeah, he has been better.
He knows to scratch at the back door if he has to go out. He doesn't poop in the house.
No, he does not.
Yes. He goes for walks now.
Yeah.
That was a big challenge in the beginning, trying to get him to walk.
Mm-hmm.
Still chewing and biting.
Everything.
Everything. Literally everything. I don't know when that
Anything.
stops. He knows the word no.
He thinks his name is no.
Because we tell him no all the time. We think he knows what no means. And as of this week, we feel like he now knows his name, which is cool.
Yeah, he's looking.
Okay, so that is it for this video. If you guys are still here and you survived us just talking at you for probably 20 minutes, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would love to do like a puppy Q&A on my Instagram, so I'll post like a question box there. So if you don't follow me there, you can do that, and I'll do another little video giving you more info on what the first month has been like and what it's like having a puppy, because it's a lot. It's a lot of love, but it's a lot of stress. Big thank you to Dan for sitting here and telling this story with me, because he didn't want to, so I didn't say much, but he did anyway because he loved me, right?
Yeah.
You still love me?
Yeah, I love you a lot.
Okay. Come here, buddy. I want you to say bye to everybody. Come here.
Oh.
Come here, I'm sorry. He went to the vet today and he got some shots, so he's probably really sleepy and sore. Oh, come here, baby. Come here. Okay, say bye to everybody. Say
Give him a little wave.
Say bye, everybody. See